Baba Nam Kevala, Baba Nam Kevala, Baba Nam, Baba Nam, Baba Kevala, Baba Nam Kevala, Kevala, Baba Nam Kevala.
Namaskar. Thank you, Brother Ratnes. So now we are 51 participants here. And before we continue to the next lesson, I would like to remind again. So for all the participants, please turn on your camera while in classes. And then also please mute yourself. And if you have any questions anytime, just raise up your hands or you can text it in the writing box. Okay, for this afternoon sessions, I also like to invite for the translator. For Vietnamese, there is Sister Anna Ruda. And then for Indonesia is Sister Lina. And then now for Brother Rudra Mohans. So time is yours.
Thank you, Sister Mira. Thank you. I hope you don't get too tired. I admire your endurance and patience. And actually, the topic is very interesting, and Baba's philosophy is very inspiring. And this morning, we started to talk about the science of our practices, and we explained a little bit about the nerve system, the endocrine system, and we talked about breathing. And you said through our practices, we actually can bring changes into the body that can change our minds. And more or less, this can all be applied to children also. Now, actually, I started to research these things because I see all over the world, people are using yoga more and more for mental health. And so before we think about yoga, it's okay, we have spiritual longing, we want to find out who am I. Now actually more and more people are using asanas, pranayama, sadhana just for mental health. And Baba, our guru, actually he said that this concept of yoga psychology we are discussing today will become the framework for mental health, for psychology in the future. So then I thought, well, maybe I should try to understand more. And it's still a long journey. And actually, today's program, my hope is you will start to study these things also. It's not that I want to show off what I know. It is really that I hope I can inspire you to explore yoga from a different side and use this knowledge to help
pengetahuan ini untuk menolong orang lain yang tidak sehat secara mental. Bagian ini harus kita angkat. Di Amerika Serikat, Organisasi Kesehatan Dunia, penyakit mental adalah penyakit pertama di dunia.
Psychological direction.
Bởi vậy cả thế giới đang đi về cái hướng tâm sinh lý, tại vì thế giới đang gặp nhiều cái vấn đề về tâm sinh lý. Nếu mà mọi người muốn làm phụng sự và muốn hiểu về làm sao mà yoga
dan kesembuhan penyakit mental. orang-orang yang semua itu kesehatan mental.
When through the yoga of Ananda Marga they get cured, they leave Ananda Marga. Of course, it's a joke, but it's somehow it is true, and yoga can help mental health. Now, this morning we had many good discussions and questions, and this afternoon I'd like to continue. Arun had one question that why Buddhists don't use asanas. Actually, the Buddhist tradition, if you look at Buddha, he started with yoga. Buddha, Siddhartha, Prince Siddhartha, Sakyamuni, he started with a yoga path. And you have to remember that in those days, yoga was ascetic life. It was a way to fasting and to hardship, to overcome your body's responses and your body's needs. So the idea of this traditional yoga in those days was against the body. Now, what we learn is we can use the body. We have to use the body because the mind and the body are together. We cannot separate body and mind. But we can use the body and we can change the body's condition. And so our Guru calls the body a biological machine. And we can change the body's functioning by changing it through asana, to our diet, to our meditation. We can actually develop higher awareness. Now, so Buddhists traditionally they had yoga practices, and I think you still see it in some, like in the Shaolin. They of course it become martial arts. You see it. I heard about one Buddhist group in Myanmar. They practice heavy breathing and some asanas, and then they do sadhana for 1 hour, and again heavy physical exercise, and then again sadhana. So there are groups that are using asanas. I think there are many different traditions, and so why mainstream doesn't use asana, mainstream Buddhism doesn't use asana, I wouldn't know. And there is Tibetan style of yoga. There is yoga practice in different Buddhist societies. How far they integrate it, I don't know. So this answer I cannot fully offer. This morning, Didi Ananda Didi was asking me how much can Chira Chetana. She was asking how far, to what level, to what extent can asanas control the propensities? And I mentioned something from my understanding and the Guru's writings. I'd like to add one more thing, that according to what I have, my observation is I have never seen anybody get liberation through asana practice. And so far, if you ask me, can you control all the propensities through asanas?
You are muted, Rudra Mohan.
Long time or just now?
Just a minute ago.
Oh, really? Anyway, Didi this morning asked Didi Chira Chetana. She asked, can you, through asana, control your propensities completely? As far as I know, nobody got liberation through asanas alone. So I think it is doubtful. This afternoon, I first want to help you go through this and these cards. So if you have the cards, I'd like you to take them out of the box and sort them. And I hope you can sort them by color. So the watercolor, the blue cards in one pile. Then you have the red cards in one pile. The green cards for the heart chakra, one pile. Purple, I use purple for the Vishuddha chakra. And then Agya chakra, they are very light yellow. There are only 2 cards, okay? So if you have the cards, please separate them into piles by color. And then it will be easier to move forward. So with this morning, we said, okay, the mind and the body are very closely connected, and the condition of the body affects what we think. And this we call propensities. Now in yoga we learn we have 50 propensities. So our body can express 50 types of propensity, and each propensity has different expressions. Okay, so, but I don't want to go into detail now first. And so I want to also ask you to open your workbook and go to page 14. And here we have the 50 propensities and the description. Now, if you look at the cards for the first chakra, here you will see there is Sanskrit. And maybe it's better for us to use Sanskrit when we research, because the translation doesn't really catch the full meaning of the Sanskrit. So the first card is Kama. So if you look in your workbook, Kama means desire, and simply translated, it is physical longing and physical attachments. So if you look at the picture, you can see there is a house, there is a car, there is food, there is a pet, there is protection, physical protection. So the first propensity for the first life force at the base of the spine is Kama, and physical desire, physical safety. And so I don't know if you have read stories, but you know, whenever there is war and people suffer, and actually there's no hope, but still they will fight on to look for food, they will look for safety. That physical protection is very strong. Now the second card is called Artha. And if you look in your workbook number 2, Artha. Artha, and usually this is Baba's translate this as food, but here it means food for the mind. And so the second propensity at the first chakra is Artha, where we look for, and we are curious about new ideas. And so this picture shows many flowers, and there's a person, and actually she wants to explore new ideas, learn new things. So this is the second propensity of the first chakra. Then the third card is Dharma. Now Dara means that what is steadfast or law. So actually here is to follow the law of the universe, and to be good, to help others, to serve others. And this is the strong longing to be a good person. And in the picture, you see one big wing and a small wing. So the Dharma, the path of Dharma, is to learn from the teacher and to learn how to be a better person, to overcome the animal instincts and to rise above that and help serve others. So everybody has this emotion, this propensity. And the last one is called moksha. When you look at this picture, moksha means liberation. So here the person gives up the social identity, the physical identity, and rises out towards spiritual identity. So actually these 4 pictures, I'm so appreciating my artist. She spent 2 years to draw this, but I feel she did it beautifully. And so you can see the first chakra has 4 basic forces. And these forces are the forces that drive our human development. Okay, so physical, mental means IQ and studying. This is called psycho-spiritual, and this is purely spiritual. Now, I want to ask you to get a piece of paper and a pen, and you analyze yourself. So, for example, you draw like this, and here you draw, okay, how much you feel karma, physical longing, how important is it to you? The second one is learning, your psychic development, your artha. How important is it in your life? And the third one, you can choose, okay? I'm just showing example. Dharma, I want to be a good person. Is it more important to you than, let's say, physical, or is it more important than learning? Or you just can't be a good person. Now, how important is moksha? And so let's say moksha is more important. So some people maybe say, no, I need money. I have to think about my physical safety for my family, for myself. I want to earn money. I want to have a house. I want to have a car. I want a bigger house, a bigger car, more houses, more cars. And let's say you really like learning. You don't care so much about the service, so maybe learning is more important. Like in Taiwan, many people, they're already 40 years old. They have already maybe 2 PhDs. They can still go back to university. They study again and again and again. So for them, learning is important. I think many Didis and Dadas and many of you, maybe service is important. Then you think more about Dharma. And the last one, moksha. Actually, moksha, you don't care too much anymore about all these things. You say, okay, sometimes I can eat, okay, I can learn something new, help others. I just want to do meditation, and I want liberation. I want to improve my practice. So you can analyze yourself. And I don't know if anybody wants to share this on the screen. Anybody is there who can show us how they see themselves? Actually, this activity is very nice if you have people who know each other, and then you try to analyze somebody and somebody analyzes you, and then you analyze yourself, and then you see if it matches or not. And the way we see ourselves sometimes very different. Anuradha, can you share your how you see which force is strong in your life? You want liberation? You just want to be a good person? You want to study, or you need money? Which one is number one in your life?
Do you mean me?
I can see you, but I cannot see your paper.
Okay, maybe.
We want to. Can we make Anuradha bigger? Krishna, can you help us to? I think Mira is busy with her baby. Anuradha, where are you?
I'm coming. Sorry, I just have.
Oh, yeah, I know you're busy. Can you help Anuradha, enlarge Anuradha? She wants to share something on the screen.
This is.
It's not working, right? Mira, do you know Anuradha seat number 1?
I don't know, brother. Brother Krishna is here.
I cannot see it. I don't
Yes.
know about others.
Can you see the brother?
I don't know how to make you bigger. You're very small.
Wait a moment.
You have to click speaker view.
Oh.
That one.
Oh, okay. I got it. Thank you. Oh, yeah, I can see it. So money is not so important to you, but learning is important. Helping others and liberation. Yeah, thank you. That's very beautiful. Anybody else wants to share? Arun, do you want to share? Arun is very quiet. Sorry.
Namaskar.
Namaskar. Thank you.
Can you hear? Can you see?
A little higher, please. Your paper is very white.
So shiny.
Because you use pencil, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Maybe
so
you
I have Dharma and Moksha maybe higher than Kama and Artha.
Thank you. Thank you. How about Mira? Mira, you want to show?
Can you see this one, brother?
You can see your black shadow.
Oh, because of my background, I think. Okay.
Mira, turn off virtual background.
Yeah. Because other people can show, and later on I will catch up.
It's okay. It's okay. Oh, we can see. We can see. One more time. Yeah. Good. Can you say what you're having there?
So I have Moksha, Dharma, and Artha is in the balance places.
One line, right?
Yeah, I just need a little. No, I mean money is not. It's not mean not important, but yeah, money not can make us happy. But helping others, and yeah, I think it's the one that can make my life more happy.
How about your husband?
I'm married yet.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I live with Didi.
Oh, okay. Anyway, usually in a relationship, you will find one person counts the money very much and another person doesn't count so much. So then a relationship can be very nice because one person can uplift the other person, and the other person has the physical security. So in relationships, usually you find we match. Thank you. And so what I wanted to share with you is the first chakra has the four main forces of our life. And now this is yoga philosophy. Now you've noticed I like to connect to modern science. And if you look at science, and even in yoga practice, you will find we do many poses that adjust the position of the pelvis. And so we have many poses that, if we don't sit well, we sit like this. But many poses of us, we move the pelvis forward. And one reason we do this in yoga is to align the spine. Now, spinal alignment is so important because the spine, we talk about energy, okay? Western scientists, they have a concept called cerebrospinal fluid. I don't know if you know about this, but there is a fluid within the spine and in the brain. And the whole brain is actually floating in this fluid. And this fluid moves. It has its own rhythm, separate from heartbeat, separate from the breathing. Now, cerebrospinal fluid has to move. If it doesn't move, it affects our state of mind. And so one idea people bring up and they say, how do we understand the first chakra from the Western point of view? Cerebral spinal fluid. And so if the cerebral spinal fluid flows upward nicely, circulates well, it allows for healthy brain development and all-round development. And so this is one idea. There are some doctors, sacrocranial therapy, they cure disease by changing the cerebral spinal fluid flow. And so this is something that maybe can relate to the first chakra. I don't know, but this is what people discuss. And so that, like now everybody is sitting on the chair. So notice yourself, are you slumping, or when you move up and you open your chest, notice your hips and your pelvis. Your pelvis moves, the top of your pelvis moves forward. And then you will find actually your spinal position, base of your spine is aligned. And for many years, I've been teaching special needs children. And because I used to massage them, also touch their bottom. In some children, I noticed that the base of their spine is outwards or inwards, and mostly outwards. So if the Muladhara, the first chakra position, is not in line with the rest of the chakras, with the rest of the spine, affects development. And so in yoga, we say the Muladhara, the first chakra, is you can see the dynamo. It is where all the energy has to come up from. Now, in yoga philosophy, we talk about Shakti and about the consciousness. And so today, I don't want to talk too much about this philosophy, but it is the life force is at base of the spine. And our meditation, our mantra, awakens that force to rise up the spine. And this is the first chakra. So the first chakra actually has no glandular connection. Okay, now we go to the second. Okay, so your blue cards. And if you don't have cards, just look at your book, okay? The workbook has all the information. The first one is Avakya. Avakya, you don't care about other people. So in Sanskrit, A means no, and Vakya means life. So you're indifferent to other people. So the second chakra is all these propensities are not very positive. So the first one is you don't care about others. So you don't have empathy, you don't have sympathy, you don't have concern about other people. The second one is Murcha. Murcha, in Sanskrit, Mur means death or coma, and Cha means unsteady. So Murcha means no consciousness. And here you can say you are mentally blocked. You don't know what to do. And you just become like a vegetable. You have no clear direction in your life. It's a form of depression. So Murcha, so the picture shows the girl and she has a toy, and the toy, nothing happens. One ball hits another ball and comes back. And this is life for her. She doesn't know how to stand up and become somebody. She is blocked. The third one is Prasraya. Now Prasraya, here we translate as compulsion. Sanskrit meaning is pra means support, Shraya means shelter. So you look for external support. So in this case, is maybe you don't feel good, so maybe you want to drink alcohol, or maybe go smoking, take drugs, or go shopping, or have other things to kind of make you feel you are somebody. And so it's a kind of addiction. You can actually say this is addiction behavior. And this can also actually translate as obsessive compulsive disorder, OCD. And so there are some people, they're very obsessive about cleaning, or they're obsessed with things should be in a certain place. And said, for example, if you teach autistic children, you will find that if you change your class from last time, they will not be happy. They need routine. They need fixed habits. And so this is all is propensity from the second chakra, Prashraya. Now the fourth one is Avishvasa. So this one is lack of confidence. So here the glands and the nerves make a person feel very much want to do something, but fear, blocked, cannot go out. It's like the woman, she wants to go out, but she looks outside and she's too scared to go. And so Avishvasa is, actually the Sanskrit is beautiful. A means no, Vishva means universe. So she has no faith life can be good. She has no faith in the power of the universe. Disconnected. Lack of confidence. Second chakra. Then we have Sarvanasha. Sanskrit, Sarva means everything, and Asya means hope. Now, Nasha means no hope. So everything, no hope. We translate into English as paranoia, but means basically everything is bad. And so this kind of person, maybe you want to be her friend, but she will think maybe you come to steal something from her. Maybe this person goes into a house and you think maybe the house will fall down. Or maybe never any hope, no positive emotion. Everything looks kind of failing and end up in misery. Paranoia. And the last one, second chakra, is Krurata. Krurata means cannot feel, so cruelty. Here the picture shows cruelty to animals. It can be cruelty to people. It's like home violence, domestic abuse. It can also be war, violence in war, crime, murder, suicide, violence to yourself. So these are all the emotions come from the second chakra. So in yoga psychology, and Baba says oversecretion or undersecretion can cause these propensities. And now here, so you see the second chakra, the emotions are not very positive. They're all negative emotions. Now the second chakra controls the water element. Now water has no shape of its own. And you put water in a square, or water in a circle container, or in a triangle container, the water will become whatever shape it's in. So the identity at this chakra. And when you look at the person, if a healthy chakra will not have these emotions. But if a person doesn't have good social support from family, from friends, from classmates, if a person is hurt, it means the surrounding is hurt, then a person can start to feel any of these emotions. And so, for example, in a relationship between husband and wife, if, let's say, the wife feels the husband doesn't support her, if she feels the husband is not considering her feelings, she will get hurt here. And then her behavior maybe she will withdraw. And maybe she will not care about the husband. Maybe she will just go into her own world. Maybe she will start develop addiction. Maybe she will become hurt so much that she's scared to do anything. Maybe the person will become violent to her husband. All because she feels her environment is not supporting her. Water-based, and the water part of the personality. So her ego, her mind, is not supported by her environment, and she cannot overcome it herself. And we'll see later, it doesn't need to become a bad thing. She can grow. But if she has no support or she has no direction, and she's blocked here, any of these emotions can come. So this second chakra develops in the elementary school age, between 6 and 12, before puberty. Mostly puberty already become stable. So if somebody has a family, no family support, then this person can become emotionally unbalanced. And so, for example, schizophrenia, where somebody goes into illusion. This is here you develop illusions, and split personality, or one second, because usually I speak this class in Chinese. Anyway, other mental disorders develop at this second chakra. And so family support, safety, and friends are very important for stability of the second chakra. Depression, many depressions are here. So when you look at this, second chakra is so important. And you look at the yoga asanas we do, you will find most of our yoga asanas are in the class are first and second chakra asanas. Hip opening, we do forward bends, balance poses. These poses all can help with stability of second chakra. And so actually, usually, naturally, we spend already more time doing the asana for the second chakra because it's a weak point in our body, and everybody is hurt somewhere in the second chakra, unless you are Paramapurusha. But most people have some problem in the second chakra, some weaknesses there. Now, Baba says we can overcome the weakness by stepping up. And so if you have a weakness in the second chakra, develop the third chakra. Okay, so if you have a problem in the third chakra, develop qualities of fourth chakra. But so yoga asana, we develop this, we can balance it through the asana. And I want to show you, and this is something actually very interesting also. This is an analysis of the asana Baba prescribed for disease in Yogika Chikitsa. And so Baba writes this book about asanas. So here are the diseases. Here are the asanas. The yellow asana are the asana for first and second chakra. The red asana are for third chakra. And green is for the chest, and blue is for the head. So you see, most asanas Baba prescribes are second chakra asanas. Means to say, most of our problems come from second chakra. So we have to strengthen the second chakra, balance the second chakra. And so we see this naturally in most yoga classes already happening. Okay. Any questions about the second chakra? Anything you would like to know more? Not that I know all the answer, but I'd like to hear your question.
Namaskar, Dadaji. Let me ask, please. Tripti, let me ask, please. How about autism? It is different with hyperactive people. Then how about the special asanas for that? Thank you. Namaskar.
Yes, so about autism, I think this is one thing that once you start to study these propensities, you find that the labels people give mental diseases don't always describe very well the problem with propensities. And later on we will talk more about this. And so, for example, what people say autism, and there are many forms of autism. And so we would say maybe autism, maybe problem at the second chakra. I think we cannot prescribe a simple autism means this asana, or schizophrenia, this asana, or hyperactivity, this asana. We have to look at the person, analyze the person's propensities, what behavior you can observe, and from this you prescribe the poses. So the framework for analyzing a person has to change. And I really would like to make it as simple as possible, but you know, if you check the workbook, we analyze different mental diseases, and we find actually that the propensity is much more detailed analysis and more practical offer the solution than to say, oh, autism. And so the label autism can mean many things. And I would have to, you would have to observe the child. Is he scared, or can this autism, can he speak or cannot speak? What is the posture of the child? How is his relationship with his body? So many things you have to observe. And from there you judge, oh, this propensity is a problem. This propensity is, then you choose your poses. The same with hyperactivity. And in general, I would say autism, they need to open their chest. So chest poses that help with opening the chest are beneficial to autistic children. But also, like I mentioned, first chakra is very important, means the body-mind integration. I don't know if you remember, there is one story. There's a story from Baba and one of his disciples. And this Baba's disciple loves Baba very much, and he works very hard for Baba's mission. So after work, he never goes home. He's always busy promoting Ananda Marga. Now one day, his daughter, 4 or 5-year-old, got sick. And then he didn't know what to do. Doctors didn't know what to do. I think it was epilepsy or something. And Baba prescribed hip bath. And hip bath means you sit in a bathtub with your bottom, only in the water. And now this brother, he told his wife, but his wife was in the village and they didn't have a bathtub for her to sit. And and this brother was busy with Baba's work. So the problem came again and again. And finally it became very serious. But the final point is, what I want to say is that if the first chakra is not not strong, means body-mind connection is not strong, then the child will face many diseases. And so it can be lack of development, or so the first chakra always, in any yoga practice, we would do first chakra and asana. Autism, my experience is especially fourth chakra. And the fourth chakra means hope. Hyperactivity, this morning we talked about overexcited sympathetic nervous system. So I would suggest more forward-bending poses. Also to help the parasympathetic nervous system become stronger. And I've noticed this works. And if you remember last week's class, we talked about these hyperactive kids running in the classroom and nobody can do asana. So if you have this situation, first make them lie down and only do lying down poses. And the lying down poses and forward bends and massaging the belly and then small lying down twisting. Then their body balance comes back and then you can make them slowly sit up. And then do sitting pose and then standing. So these hyperactive kids and their balance can be adjusted. Any more questions about second chakra?
Excuse me, brother. Yeah. There is in chat box. Can we get the chart of yoga emotion?
Oh yeah, this one. You mean the asana? Yeah, all the charts. I saw before also Tejasviri. She asked. I can give you all the charts I have. Okay. So I will send them to our group, and you can print them out. It's a PDF. Yeah. It's quite nice. Thank you. But this asana are not Baba's asana, but Baba didn't say we cannot do other asanas. But anyway, they're not in Anandamaya. Okay, we continue.
Thank you, Brother D.
Hi. Continue.
Let's come.
Any question?
Dada.
Hi.
Question, but please Mira bantu saya translate ya. Dada Sarita, saya ingin tanya, ada satu murid saya yang dia kalau tantrum itu suka menyakiti tubuhnya, pukul kepala, pukul kaki, pukul semua anggota badannya, dan pukulnya sangat keras. Kemudian postur tubuhnya dia kurus. Ini murid saya perempuan, kurus, kemudian suka duduk dengan kaki ke belakang, W sitting kayak gitu. Kemudian dia tidak pernah makan nasi, yang dia makan hanya snack, makanan ringan, ciki, coklat, dan yang susu yang manis-manis. Jadi asanas apa yang bisa saya berikan untuk anak ini? Terima kasih.
Okay, I'm trying. So Sister Saritas have one student, which is a girl. She's like very slim, and then if she have a problem like to what is called hit her body, like very strong, and then she also doesn't like to eat rice, just like eat the snack, no, like it's not healthy food, the sweet something like that. And yeah, so for that girls, which asanas is good for her?
How old is she?
You get it. How old is it?
5 years old.
5 years old.
I think you know, always you have to do all asanas, okay? But for example, if a child has no strong appetite, no good digestion, I would do more the stomach poses. Okay, so twists and belly strength, core strengthening poses. And so if a person has a weak digestion, then do more stomach strengthening poses. Mira, do you want to translate? Or there is
I think the translator is already translated. Yeah.
So in this chart, like spinal twist is there, and then lying down twist, sitting down twist. Outside they call Naukasana twists, cat twists, all kinds of twists, and then core strengthening. So she has to become stronger, more, and better circulation. Her appetite will increase. And this one, actually, Baba also said that this twisting increases hunger.
Brother Mohan, I think on the chat box, Arun has a question. And my question is that on this chart, it just shows us, is the second row and the third row sitting poses and hip opening poses are mainly for the second chakra, and the purple rows is for the third, and the 4 green rows are for the chest, and then the last one inverted are for the higher, means like above Vishuddha and head.
Yeah.
Is that so?
Yeah. You see here, if you look at the side, this is what we talked last time: Apana Asana, Samana Asana, Pranasana, and Udanasana. And so Udana means throat and head. Pranasana means chest. Samana means belly, stomach. And these are all first, second chakra, pelvis.
In the first row?
Also, standing pose, especially standing pose. But you see, it's not just standing, because they also bend forward and other things. So always first, second together. And they're so
thank you.
Yeah, thank you.
Yeah, thank you. And Arun has a question on the chat box.
I checked, but I couldn't see the question. Can you read it for me? It's in...
Sorry, Namaskar. It was discussed last meeting, because I was not there. So I asked the questions again, and someone already got me.
Okay. You're okay then?
Yeah. Thank you.
All right. So we go to the third chakra, okay? And so the third chakra...
Sorry. May I ask one thing, that the cause that make the second chakra become weak, what cause that, like you said, that relationship? Is there any more cause that affect to the second chakra?
Well, you know, from the psychological point, the second chakra personality is developed by the environment. And so, for example, the third chakra is different. The third chakra is what you make yourself. This is what others make you. Okay, so there's a very big difference. Here, this is action-based. Third chakra is your strength, your force, your expression. The second chakra is your social identity created by your environment. And so let's say you're in an abusive home and you will feel you're not good enough, you are worthless, you have no dignity, and very likely your behavior will become affected very much. But let's say then somebody said, okay, I'm no use, I have no power. Then the other persons have come. Why don't you start a career? Show what you can do. And so this is what Baba calls you step up. You step up from this problem and you use the third chakra power to overcome the second chakra problem. But the second problem, you have to learn to solve it, but at least you can balance yourself. And this is one thing we should remember. The propensities actually only can be balanced through spiritual connection. You can somehow manage life, but you cannot really resolve unless you direct it inward. And all your pain, all your suffering, all your incompleteness, that has to be internalized and surrendered to Supreme Consciousness, to your inner goal. And so this is one thing I learned. You know, my father and mother, they were very good parents. My father and mother, they gave me a very safe home. I never saw my father and mother fighting. Whenever they had problems, they were talking. My father and mother, every day we would eat together, the whole family, lunch together. My father was a very busy man, but every lunch he would come back. My father and mother gave me the best education. I got very nice school, or public school, and I had to work hard, but I got very good teachers, I very good support. I'm very good childhood. And still, I feel I lack something. And this is the problem with the second chakra. And you have to realize we are infinity. We are infinite consciousness. So that consciousness wants to rise, wants to express itself. From the first chakra, it begins to rise, and you develop your social personality. But you can never be happy at the second chakra. Even you get all the love the whole world can give you, you will never be happy here. Because you are infinite. We are not made for second chakra. We are not made for third chakra. Even fourth chakra, fifth chakra cannot satisfy us. So let's say in a relationship, the wife is so good to the husband, and the husband is so good to the wife, and still they will feel this marriage is not making me happy. Because if we use second chakra thinking, we can never be satisfied. There's always something missing. And so we have to move beyond second chakra. But this is the sadness, you know, and especially our society promotes second chakra thinking. Our society advances romance as a solution to all our mental unhappiness. Romance doesn't work like that. Family doesn't work like that. Family can do something, but it cannot give you all the things you want, because your longing is for infinity, not only for brotherhood and sisterhood. You have to go beyond that. And if there was no unhappiness in the second chakra, nobody would go to the third chakra. If I'm safe in my family, why will I develop my own life? We prefer to stay with my family. I love my father and mother. I have 2 brothers. Why should I travel the world? Because I'm not happy. And I cannot be happy. And the second chakra is something very contradictory. It gives you all the love in the world, and you'll not be happy. Very painful. So this is, but anyway, spiritual people know this. And so we move forward, we move beyond the second chakra. And relationships are beautiful only as a path towards spirituality. Relationships are not fulfilling in their own. A relationship can give you some strength to move forward. But then sooner or later, you have to leave this relationship because it holds you back. And so this second chakra, this personality, we all have it. There's nobody who doesn't have a second chakra, okay? So we have to move beyond. All right, third chakra. So third chakra, hold on. Third chakra is action-based. So here we follow our own. We follow our own judgments. The second chakra is other people judge us. We don't have the power to stand on our own. We are water, remember, okay? We are water. We are in a box or in a glass or in an ocean or in a river. We are water. And our environment shapes us. But in the third chakra, we shape ourselves. Okay, so our action makes us, and we judge ourselves by our action. Now, if the third chakra is healthy, we are very nice. If there is a problem, we can feel shame. And so this third chakra, there is the glandular imbalance, can cause a sense of shame. And so you see this person tied up in a snake. Shame. So shame. The next one is we are not satisfied with our actions, and we are not fulfilled with our own achievements, and we start to say bad things about other people. And you see this a lot. And let's say you work for a boss in a company, it's not a sadhaka, and things don't go well in the company. The boss will scold others. He will say, it's your fault. It's you, it's you, it's you. You are so terrible, so hopeless. And so this is the third chakra thinking. Scolding others, in politics you see this a lot. And the next one is hatred, or jealousy, sorry. And so you are not happy with your own action, and you feel other people do better than you, and you become jealous. And so this propensity comes from the third chakra. I hope what the feeling you get and the idea you get is that whole our body, through the glands, expresses certain physical condition that makes us feel these feelings. And this is the magic of the body, of human beings. And so actually the whole body is like a feeling entity. Next one is a depression, a form of depression. Just like in second chakra, susupti, you don't know what to do, don't know where to go. And susupti is actually Sanskrit, very beautiful, deep sleep. And su means very, and supti means sleep. So for example, and this is very interesting, Snow White. Many of these, you know Snow White, right? Snow White, she has to leave her family. She has to leave the second chakra. Her stepmother doesn't support her. She has to go away. Actually, her stepmother has this violence, second chakra problem. She wants to kill Snow White, but the hunter sends her to the forest. So Snow White is in the forest for a long time. I don't know if you remember, she ate an apple, poisoned apple, and she fell in a coma. You can say susupti. Her condition is she doesn't know where to go. And this is a situation many children in adolescence have. And they don't want a family life. They want to grow, they want to move forward, but they don't know what they want to be. So it's like Snow White, they stay in the forest. The forest means no path, no direction, and they are stuck. And children or people in general need time to mature. So Snow White, when she entered the forest, when she left her stepmother's home, she was maybe 10, 12 years old. When she came out of the forest, she was a married woman. Okay, so the forest time was her susupti. She was stuck. She had no social identity. She had no social strength. She had no clear purpose. She was in sleep. And Sleeping Beauty, same story. She slept for 100 years. Then And the prince came and she woke up and she got married. She had a social life, identity. So this happens at the third chakra. So our action, usually it is under secretion of the glands. So the secretion of the glands not sufficient, and we need time. Visada, melancholy, those depression. Okay, so here, this one you can say is deep sorrow. And so you work hard, you have your career, you're not happy. And this is again, society teaches us these things. Society teaches us, okay, you get your family, you get your career, and that's it. Now life is not that simple. We are not born to just earn money, to make name or fame. We have to move further. And so naturally there must be sadness at the third chakra. If there was no sadness, we would not move on. And so I hope you can see that sadness is not something bad. Actually, sadness wakes us up, say, now what is my next step? And I hope today I can show you the path of human development. Okay, next one is Kasaya. And some books of Baba is Kusaya, sometimes it's Kasaya. That means here you complain. Again, you feel others make mistakes, not you. So you actually don't accept your own weaknesses. The next one is Moha. Moha means blind attachment. And so, for example, some people, they like movie stars, or they like some singers, or maybe like soccer players, or sports people, and they say, yeah, this is my idol. So especially young people, especially girls, they like certain singers, and they put poster of the singer on the room, the wall, and they only like to listen to that singer's music. From our perspective, it shows the immature third chakra, the immature personal development is not strong enough for her own actional identity is not strong. Okay, this is also third chakra. And so this is yoga psychology. And this morning we talk more biopsychology, now we talk yoga psychology. Trishna, ambition. Now here, if there is too much, it's like workaholic. Like,
sorry, I think my name is Trishna.
Yeah, I don't know who gave you that name. Maybe they want you to work harder.
I think call me.
I'm very sorry, okay?
Sorry.
You have to ask your dada why he gave you this name.
Yeah.
But anyway, it's nice. Work hard. Baba likes karma yogis. But you know, don't work too hard. Still keep time for your sadhana. Sadhana is number one. Okay? And so Trishna is a good thing. You have ambition. You have a drive to do something in the world. But it can become a problem if it dominates your life and you become workaholic. And there are two more. Hatred, this similar to jealousy, and the last one is fear. Now this fear and fear at the second chakra are different, okay? The second chakra fear is the fear imposed by others. This fear is something you create yourself. You feel you are not doing good enough based on your own judgment. Here it is based on others' judgment. Other people tell you you're not good enough, you are useless, you shouldn't be a person like this. Here you feel I have to work harder, I have to improve, I'm not good, I have to. You set your own standards. Now, actually, they are connected. And they're connected not only on the psychological level. And so if somebody in the family tells you you're useless, then probably when you start to work, you still feel you're useless, even you're so successful. And they're psychologically connected, but also glandular. The adrenal glands affect our gonads. And so the secretion of the adrenal glands also affects our second chakra's glands. And so there's a feedback and there's a connection. Anyway, this is the third chakra. And so the third chakra is still not positive. And it's a negative, I think it's, Baba calls it tamasic, but maybe it's rajasic, I'm not sure, I forgot. Any questions about this? Any questions you want to ask about third chakra? The third chakra develops from teenagers, adolescents onwards. And so second chakra is elementary school, first chakra kindergarten and home. Second chakra elementary, third chakra junior high school onwards. And actually Baba says in hot countries, these glands develop earlier than in colder countries. So hot countries, the children grow up more quickly than in colder countries.
So in case of adolescent or the teenager, if they have good guiding or good education to find their own identity strong, so they will overcome this kind of emotion,
propensities.
Propensity.
Yeah. Propensity means the glandular condition. The expression of the glandular condition is the emotion. Really, I think so. It's actually the first chakra connects to the conscious mind. Second chakra connects to the subconscious. The third chakra connects to the unconscious. Okay? So the third chakra, when an adolescent enters that kind of condition, actually there comes the feeling, I want to know what is intuition, what is my spiritual identity, what is my identity outside my family, my society, my country, what am I in the cosmos. So Baba says, our Guru says that if during adolescence a person can, I think I paraphrase, okay, I forgot the exact word, but if a person during adolescence comes in contact with Paramapurusha, with Supreme Consciousness, life's development will be very smooth. Now, I don't know if you remember last week, we talked about this in children's yoga. And why do we do children's yoga? The first 10 years, we hope we can give children a kind of connection with spirituality, so that when that child comes to puberty, that connection will help the child move through those difficult emotions. And this is supported by scientists, psychologists. And there are psychologists too who stress spirituality is so important for teenagers. And actually this whole course, this whole study, I started not for adults, I started for teenagers. Because I've seen we have so many programs for younger children. but we actually, teenager years are very important to have the chance to connect with the inner infinite. And I have actually hope, maybe some of you already are doing, I don't know, but that we can focus more on teenagers. Because this connection and this third chakra, if a child is not connected to the spirituality in the teenager years, it becomes very violent and dangerous. And so if a child cannot move on from third chakra, then there comes the second chakra. If you don't go up, you go down. It's like that. So the second chakra becomes, maybe they will join the gang, or they want to join groups that do bad things, and they feel safe, but they feel failure on the third chakra, and then become violent. So this one you see in all over the world actually. So the teenagers is a very important age for development of spirituality. Now we go to the fourth chakra. Okay, are you okay? Are you all? You look very active.
Thank you very much.
First page is very active. Second page is not so active. Anyway, I'm happy to see your faces on the screen. I feel.
Brother, the Bij Mantra writing of the third chakra is not really. I don't feel really right. Na Rang is not in Sanskrit, not in Hindi, not in Bangla. The writing of the Ra.
Can you repeat, please?
This Bij Mantra writing style is not correct, brother. The Rang is not correct.
One more time, did it? What? Which one? Oh, the
Bij Mantra writing is not good.
Okay.
This is not in Bangla, not in Sanskrit, not in Hindi. So I have book, Hindi book, you can see. This is the correct right. Can you see?
And my eyes.
This is the Ra. Oh,
Yeah.
okay. This is right.
Thank you. You know, I asked an artist to do for me. I don't know Sanskrit writing, Didiji. Thank you for pointing out.
That is okay from first because I find out this is only not correct. The Bij Mantra writing is not.
Okay. If we print again, I can correct it. Please check also the others, because I really have no idea.
That is okay, brother.
Oh, thank you. Thank you, Didiji. Thank you. There's a question. Sorry. Okay.
Okay, sorry. I want to ask on one. It is the yoga asanas chart. Last week in today, it is same, almost same, or
It's
maybe.
same.
Okay, thank you
Exactly
very much.
same.
Okay, namaskar. Thank you.
Arun sent a message to the chat group.
Yes.
Is there a chakra associated with responsibility? When does responsibility start? Actually, Baba says second chakra means the gonads become active, responsibility develops. So this is actually very good point. And in your workbook, I also gave you an activity. So this one you have to do later on, maybe, if you're interested. Write down the positive and negative propensities. You will find that if a chakra is healthy, that there are all good qualities associated, and one of them is responsibility, like Baba says. But if a chakra, if the glands connected to the chakra are not balanced, we get emotions. So puberty is the time that rationality and responsibility develop, according to Baba. I don't know if this answered your question. Thank you. Okay, so third chakra is action-based and is self-centered. And so the second chakra is our identity in the group, and the third chakra is our action-based identity. And now we move beyond the small self. We move towards helping others. And so this is the fourth chakra. And the fourth chakra, the first quality is hope, Asha. And so here is we have an ideal, we have purpose in life, we have direction, and this is our hope. So for example, a mother, when she has her child, she will give all her hope to the child. And so motherhood in many ways, and if it is a healthy motherhood, it is a fourth chakra activity. It's you hope your child will grow up and be healthy and be smart and successful. For others, maybe Asha can be, I hope I can stop hunger, or I hope I can stop disease, or I hope I can help animals, or I hope I can help environment. And so here you live with an ideal. So the first chakra is basically your physical existence. Second chakra, you see yourself as a part of the group. The third chakra, you see yourself as part of your career, your name, your fame, your power. The fourth chakra, you are more concerned about meaning to your life. And so bringing meaning into your existence. And so this is hope. And this is, Baba actually says that there are two kinds of people. One, they live in fear, and the other people live in hope. And actually, to be honest with you, people who live in hope, they also have to learn about fear. And so actually, sometimes, especially relationships, you find one person is more hopeful and other person is more worried. But actually both need each other. So it's not, we only need one side. But Asha means hope. And if you have hope, you can overcome many of the problems. The second one is Chinta. Now, translation here is worry. Actually, here it should be consideration. You consider other people's feelings. You consider whether you are right or wrong. You consider, you think more. And like I live here in Taiwan, and I feel as a Westerner coming in this culture, I see people consider each other's feelings very much. And Western people are more straightforward, and they are more, well, I don't care about your feelings, this is how I see it. Chinese people, Taiwanese people, they are very more considerate and caring about other people's, the way they feel or they look at you. So this is the second chakra. So the idea of worry is not complete. The third one is Chesta. Chesta means you can work hard. And so, for example, you have your dream, you have your hope, and you can sacrifice for your hope. And so you can see that, let's say, in Ananda Marga, we don't care where we sleep, we don't care what we eat, we can just work for our ideal. This is Chesta. This comes from the heart. Next one is Mamata. Mamata actually is affection. But try to remember, the first chakra is physical self, second chakra is social self, third chakra action self, fourth chakra is I love you, because loving you makes me happy. So there's still I. And so still there is a connection to the self-identity. And so the glance at this heart chakra still creates a feeling of I want to love you because loving you makes me happy. And so, like when you see a child, you hug the child and you feel happy. And the body creates oxytocin and you feel so sweet. And so this love is not selfless love. It's already not bad, but it is still love connected to the ego. Next one is damba, so vanity. So vanity means we like beauty, we like people praise us. So you see the heart chakra, there are positive qualities, but there also are negative qualities. So the heart chakra is not purely positive. There is negativity. Vanity. I think we all have vanity. For example, Bill Gates, and he has this foundation and he helps so many people. They do so many wonderful projects. But in his heart, he has hope he can win the Nobel Prize. And so here, his hope, his ideals are still not free from his idea of getting recognition and being, somebody will praise you. Somebody will say, yeah, you're so amazing. And spiritual people have it's not expectation like this. This is Viveka. And so I don't know if you noticed the picture, but she has a black and a white heart. And, this is our conscience. Do we listen to the black voice or the white voice? Comes from the heart. And our conscience is inborn. Our conscience. So this is a positive quality. Next one on your list is Vikalata. So here again, depression. This is, maybe you think, why there is so much depression on our chakras? But if we don't have depression, we will not move on. And so learn to look at depression as something that can help you find new purpose in life. Vikalata. Vikalata means you help other people, you sacrifice, and you're not happy. This means, that doesn't mean you're doing wrong. It doesn't mean that the path is not good, or it doesn't mean other people are not good. It means it's time for your soul force to move deeper into your spiritual self, to your fifth chakra. So you can see the chakras like a journey. And so you grow up from the family, you do something in the society, and then you sacrifice, you live for your ideal. And myself, I'm very much a hope-based person. And so I so much connect with my ideal. And I want to live and sacrifice for my ideal. And then for many years, it was very strong in my life. Then I got a feeling it's not enough. And then I start to wonder, what's wrong with me? Am I losing my dedication? Then I realized, no, it's time to focus on a new goal in my life. And now it's time for my letting go of this hope, letting go of all attachments from the fourth chakra. I should go deeper into my mind. And I think this is a natural evolution. And why I like to share this so much with all of you, because this shows you your past. So let's say you come to this depression and you feel, I so much want to do this ideal life, but I'm not happy. Actually, it means your ideal, your movement is to go one step further. There's nothing wrong. This has to happen. And So I think this philosophy, this yoga psychology is so vital for sadhakas. Okay, we go quickly. This means arguing without purpose. Like husband and wife, sometimes they can quarrel and don't know why they quarrel. And this is argumentation. Comes from the fourth chakra. Sometimes you wonder how that happened. Next one, Anuttapa. Here you regret. You feel sorry about your actions. You want people to forgive you. You think about things in your life. I think that's a positive quality. I don't know what to say, but you want forgiveness. You want to be released. But actually forgiveness comes from inside. Oh, I jumped, right? Anyway, kapatata, hypocrisy. So this is another thing. And many people want to be good, but they haven't really resolved some inner conflicts. So outside maybe look good, inside maybe still you have to learn something. And this is something comes from the fourth chakra. And sometimes we blame ourselves. Oh, I'm not good enough. I still have these two faces inside me. I want to move. And you criticize yourself. You feel this is wrong. You feel maybe as a sadhaka or as a teacher, you're not good enough. But actually, it shows you're human. And you can overcome this with your fifth chakra. It means you have to go deeper into your sadhana. And then it will resolve. And it will can be dealt with. It will not dominate your life so much. Like we see many stories in the news of lamas or masters or Buddhists or teachers. And then they find that actually they have a luxurious lifestyle. So one side they say, live simple life, but actually they have so much money, they have private plane, whatnot. Yeah, maybe they are people in the past. They are moving, they're not yet at the end. Still, kapatata can affect them. And I think spiritual path, honesty with yourself is very important. And so we deal with the things in an honest way. Say, yeah, I have this problem. Now, what is my next step? Don't let it hurt you. Let it just accept it. It's part of who you are. Sorry, I jumped through. Ahamkara, we translate as ego. I think we just say like that. And lolata means selfishness, avarice. So that's greed, greediness still. So if you look carefully, half positive, half are negative. And so out of 50, 25 are negative emotions and 25 are positive. Now, I want to do one activity with you. Okay, so you have the overview of this. And I need first 3 people, okay? Who likes to play this game? I'm going to share with you a problem. Now, one of you is going to talk second chakra. One of you is going to talk third chakra, and one is going to talk fourth chakra. So I give you an example, okay? So for example, like I live in Taiwan, we have earthquakes. So you come home, there's an earthquake, your house falls down. And second chakra will say, oh, this is terrible, the end of the world. There is no hope. And then the second chakra will say, hey, husband or father, I told you, make your house stronger. Now the house fell down, it's all your fault. And we have no more future. Second chakra. The third chakra will look at the house and say, I'm going to call the insurance company. And insurance will come and pay us money, and I will call the bulldozer, clean up the house, and we're going to make a new house. Third chakra, action based. Second chakra is water emotion. Third chakra, action. Fourth chakra, say, yes, wow, this is a good opportunity. That house was already not very good. Now we can make a new house, make beautiful design, and we have a new future, and we have a new hope. Okay, second chakra, third chakra, fourth chakra. Thinking is different. So I want to ask you, who wants to be second chakra person? You? Anuradha, you raise your hand, so what is that? You raise your hand, right? Or who wants to be second chakra? Anybody? Please. It's very nice. Mira. Mira can be second chakra. We'll change you, okay? Don't take it personal. So please.
I'm fourth chakra.
Who wants to be third chakra?
I'm fourth, 54th chakra.
Fourth chakra.
Yes.
I don't see where you are. Who are? What's your name, please? Tutima.
Yeah, Tripti, Tuti.
Tuti. Okay, Tuti is fourth chakra. Mira, where are you? Please come back. Mira, we need you. Second chakra. We need a brother. Arun. Arun can be third chakra. Please turn on your microphones, okay? The three of you. So, Mira, the problem is that let's say you are parents and your child didn't do well in the test in the school, failed the test, cannot go to a good school, and cannot go to good university. So from senior high school, she wants to test, go to a good university. She didn't pass the test. She cannot go to a good school. Second chakra, what would you say?
Why you cannot pass it? Actually, you can do this. No, just need to learn more.
That's all.
Yeah.
Is your mother like this? You know, I live in Taiwan. Maybe the environment is different from you there, from Indonesia. But Taiwanese mother will say, you see, I push you so hard. I take you to the cram school. I spend so much money. I help you so much. And you don't pass the test. You hurt me. This is second chakra. Okay? So second chakra is you always feel other people hurt you. Remember paranoia? And paranoia. There is one Sanskrit we have, sarvanasha. Everything is bad. You didn't pass the test means I get hurt. I help you so much. I do so much for you, and you didn't do anything for me. Second chakra thinking. Okay, third chakra. Arun, what do you think?
Yeah, let's maybe the husband and wife will talk, and they decided to blame the school or the teachers. They even talked to other parents to sue the school.
Wow. Does it happen to you?
Yeah.
Very practical thinking, right?
Yeah.
And also blame others. Again, in second chakra, you blame others hurt you. Third chakra, you blame others, but you try to get some solution. Third chakra, I also would think is, okay, we are going to get you to another cram school, and we just have another year to prepare for the exam next year, and you will pass.
Okay, that's the
ambition, right?
Yeah.
Third chakra. Okay, thank you. Fourth chakra. Let us see.
Ah.
Tuti.
Yes. Yes. Okay, a moment please. Yes, you see, it's good opportunity. You can get everything with the best school. Then it is okay, best solution. Like that.
I don't know.
This is a good opportunity. Yeah. This is
do you
it's
talk
like that.
Fourth chakra always positive, and
Yeah, positive.
but I would say fourth chakra maybe will say, never mind. Not everybody has to go to university. Maybe can go and repair motorcycles, or become a woodworker, or build houses.
Not IQ, but the sen quality, yeah.
So always something positive, and we don't need to judge so much. Okay.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you.
Okay.
One more case. In this case is you. Now we change chakras, okay? Arun, which chakra do you want?
My 5 chakra, it is increased or not yet?
Fifth chakra is already cosmic consciousness.
Oh, I see. Okay, sorry.
Because
which
my
one
internal trouble.
Okay, Arun go fourth chakra, okay? And Tuti, you go second chakra. And Mira, you go third chakra.
Okay.
Now in this case, in your family, maybe father, maybe husband, maybe uncle, the most important person in your family who earns most money to help the whole family has an accident and is in the hospital.
I see.
What does second chakra say, Tuti?
Yes, a moment please. This about accident, this wife and husband, yeah?
Okay.
Okay.
But second chakra, okay? Don't talk fourth chakra. Fourth chakra says
Yeah.
It's beautiful. Second chakra. You remember the emotion, second chakra? You cannot feel others' feelings. You stop. You don't see future. You see everything bad. You have no confidence, and you can beat him up even. Second chakra is like that. Tuti, your turn. Tuti, where are you? What would second chakra?
Sorry. Yeah. Sorry.
Okay.
I told my husband because about her brother or her nephew, his nephew. You see, your nephew is accident on hospital because already I gave the motorcycle also. Why? It is like that. Then after that is get accident. Then how much in the hospital? We can spend money, a lot of this one. You see, everybody just close your eyes like that. Namaskar.
Try to remember, second chakra always looks at how it hurts that person. And so he is in the hospital, and you will say, you have the accident. How will I do? How will I live? You hurt me. How now I'm going to suffer? And so second chakra has no compassion, no logic. it's only about insecurity. And yeah, very good. Okay, third chakra, Mira.
Brother, can you one more time just give it the key?
The important person in your family has an accident in the hospital. And third chakra, it means what you remember is action-based. So how will you handle this situation?
Because I'm still like confused in this third chakra.
Okay. The third, what is your question? What is your problem?
I mean, for what is the mindful of third chakra?
Actually, try to remember like this. Second chakra, it is the
heart.
Yeah, and it is insecurity, and this is your environment doesn't support you. And so if your mind is in the second chakra, influenced by second chakra more, then you always feel things are very not positive. The third chakra is action. Okay. So in this case, you can move ahead. You know what to do. You know how to solve problems, but no emotion. And so let's say third chakra, somebody's in the hospital. You call the insurance company, you call the doctor, you get the medicine, and your cousin or whoever, your uncle, your father, whoever it is, he cannot work. You call your brother, they go to work in father's office, handle father's office. Means very logical, systematic, methodological. Third chakra has this ability. No emotion. Okay? Unless you say, I'm going to sue the person who made the accident. Like Arun said, the student didn't pass the test in the school, I'm going to sue the school. Third chakra is like that.
Okay, thank you for your explanation. So now try to give a third chakra. So first I go to call my husband that his nephew is have accident. I heard that he got accident. So what to do? Let me go to the hospitals, and we have to see him. What happened, and then after that we can see his conditions, and we have to follow up with the doctor. I think that's all.
You are too sweet. You are fourth chakra. Very good thing.
Drama.
Third chakra will not go to the hospital. Third chakra will just call. Oh, you're in the hospital. I'm going to call the doctor. No love, no sympathy, just action.
Oh, no love.
So third chakra person will solve problems or show his love or her love through action. It's not, I'm going to see you, I'm going to hold your hand, and let's see what we can do. No. Third chakra is action. But, no emotion. There is, except anger or hatred to the person who caused the accident. It's actually third chakra. And this is society. We are laughing and we are making dramas, playing games, but actually, this is how society works. Okay, Arun, first chakra.
Yeah, so the family members immediately feeling something, pain, of course, because it's one of the family members getting these problems. So they probably decide, or they're thinking to help financially. Maybe one will say, well, we don't have money, but then they will say like, well, still it's our family, we should help, and we can call others, family members to support this uncle, and because he has family also, his children probably very worried like this. Yeah, things like that.
I think you are third and fourth chakra person. You have 2, 3, and 4 altogether. Because you think about worries, and you think about action, and you think about compassion. All the chakras work together for you. And this is normal, actually. And no person is really only fourth chakra, or only second chakra. This is it. Most of us, we have all the chakras active. And fourth chakra is like Tuti. Tuti, you remember Tuti? She says, "Oh, you're in the hospital. Now you have time to think about what you want to do in life. Maybe you have a new direction. Maybe you have a new purpose. Maybe you have new hope. Maybe you have new step in your life. Take it as a positive thing and act with it." Now, I was thinking we break into groups, and in each group, we're going to discuss. Every person has to choose out of this second, third, and fourth chakra, 3 propensities. Choose the propensity that hurts you most. Okay? And so, for example, I did this activity with other groups, and this lady, she chose Anuttapa, and I know her. Whatever she does, she will regret. So she moves very fast, and then she will regret and feel sorry. In her heart, she is very positive lady, but she moves too fast, and then she finds she made a mistake. But she says, this regret helps me become a better person. And so she's stuck in this emotion. For example, if somebody is in the third chakra and jealousy. Now, if you recognize your problem, you easily become jealous, and you say you work hard, and you see other people, you always feel other people do better than you. Maybe jealousy can be something positive that can tell you, move on. Don't be stuck on your career only. You're doing good enough. And just judge yourself more balanced way, and try to find bigger purpose in your life. And so emotions, these emotions we have in our yoga philosophy, they don't need to be bad if we know how to use them. And so, for example, I think all of us, we have some weakness maybe with addiction. And maybe we spend too much time on the computer watching YouTube, or maybe we like to eat certain foods, or maybe we like to travel. And maybe we do things which don't really help our inner growth, but help us balance our life. Now you can say addiction is not good, but we can use addiction to make our awareness grow within, and so grow a greater purpose within ourselves. So we pick up, within the group, I think everybody can discuss, and now we have done so many of the human emotions. Try to discuss it within the group, and then maybe the leader of the group can give a small review what people said. And you don't need to be personal. You don't need to say, oh, this person said that, or this person said that. And if you don't want to say, you don't need to say, and you just, it's private for yourself. But if you want to share, feel free. And so choose out of second, third, and fourth chakra, which emotion keeps popping up in your head and you feel troubled. And you like to go beyond this emotion. You like to grow out of this emotion. And I'll give you, because this morning everybody said 10 minutes is so short. I give you 15 minutes, okay?
I
Yes.
think one participant they raise yes,
Beg your pardon?
yes. Someone is raising up. Raise up. So maybe you have the question.
Okay. What is the question?
Brother Wires.
Sadar Wires.
Namaskar.
Viresh.
I have impatient, Dada. So everything if goes slow, then I becoming angry. So which one is
Up your voice, brother.
the weaknesses, the chakra that affecting me?
Viresh, I think, what do you think? Which chakra is it? Second, third, or fourth?
I think the third.
So here, third chakra, you have propensities like hatred, anger, hatred, or you don't like people move slowly. So you want people move faster. So your personality is very much seems dominated by action, and you judge people by action. And so if you are too slow, then you cannot tolerate it. Our philosophy says the third chakra is action-based, so there you cannot solve your problem. Fourth chakra, you can look at the person with more compassion and more tolerance. So we overcome third chakra emotions with the next chakra, or if you do meditation with your higher chakras. And this is a process. But I always find Baba will always keep one or two weaknesses in our mind to make us work harder. If we are too perfect, we will have no humility. So we must be having something that makes us surrender more to Him.
Thank you for the explanation.
It's just, yeah, I don't know you, but this is what I would say simply, okay? And so I would like we break into rooms. I feel the rooms, everybody can participate more. Mira, what do you think? Okay.
Yeah, I think it's better, but
So 15 minutes is okay now here.
yeah, 15 to 30. 30 is Bali's time. Yeah, 15 minutes is enough time.
And then the leader of the group make a summary, okay? Don't need to say details because that is maybe take too much time. I think anyway.
Excuse me, could you go over again? What are we going to do in groups?
So you're going to discuss in the group. Everybody has to choose from the second, third, fourth chakra, one propensity that hurts them most. And like Brother Viresh said, I'm an impatient person. I cannot tolerate people who are slow. Means it's a kind of anger, and it comes from the third chakra. So find in your own life what is actually constant one weakness that keeps appearing in your life. And like the person who always regrets doing things, or always looks back, doesn't look forward. And so everybody has some place where we are have not resolved our issue. And try to discuss this, how this actually can help us in our spiritual growth. So our weakness actually becomes a positive, can become something can make us stronger. And so we have to learn to use these emotions and channelize the emotion for the positive.
All right, thank you.
Thank you. So 15 minutes, okay? 1 minute is gone.
15 minutes, brother.
Thank you. We take.
Okay. I will open break room.
Thank you, Trishna.
Okay, already.
Thank you. So everybody, please go to your rooms and discuss. If you
The room is the same as in the morning.
yeah, I think the language helps.
Didi Devamala, you want to repeat?
I love. Okay, there is Chesta in the fourth chakra. I think sometimes I lack the fourth. Means it's not working very well. So that disturbs me.
Okay, next.
Can I speak?
Yes.
Yeah, so for us, as we have school to run, for Erika and me, it's probably Chinta and Chesta, because we trying to, there's a feeling of to make it successful.
Ích kỷ, khó chịu, ganh tị.
Mình
Rồi mình
thì
xác
để
định nó nằm trong cái luân xa nào rồi xong
cho mình đi
đi vậy.
Trong cơ thể của con người của chúng ta ấy, tất cả những cái khuynh hướng tâm trí này nó đều tồn tại ở đó rồi. Thì bây giờ mình tập trung là xem cái khuynh hướng tâm trí nào nó trội hơn những cái khuynh hướng tâm trí kia, và quan sát xem nó ảnh hưởng đến mình như thế nào và mình khắc phục nó như thế nào. Tất cả những cái khuynh hướng này nó đều đã có sẵn ở trong cơ thể con người, trong tâm trí con người rồi. Thì ví dụ như là tại một cái thời điểm nào đấy，
人的恐惧呢是第三脉轮的恐惧呢，就是一般的，比方说我怕暗啊，我我也害羞，我不敢在人很多面前讲话啊，或者是怕天黑了，我就不敢出门啊。我想这是一般的恐惧。可是刚刚唐老师讲的呢，他是说第三个脉轮的恐惧呢是比较跟自己制造出来的。那我没有听到他讲的第二脉轮的恐惧是什么？弟弟，塔罗维，请你补充好吗？
第二脉轮它基本上是跟其他。
Dewika, untuk cakra yang pertama semuanya ada catatannya.
Oke, boleh silakan.
Ya, terima kasih.
Yang cakra pertama itu sebelumnya Dewi Dewika nanya, yang cakra pertama itu kan Kama, Artha, sama Dharma dan Moksa kan ya? Ya.
Dharma, Artha, Moksa, dan Kama itu kan?
Iya, ada 4. Oke. Dan tadi dari penangkapan saya itu, menurut saya itu dan Dada juga jelaskan, Kama itu artinya keinginan fisik. Dimana kita itu membutuhkan dan menginginkan suatu berupa fisik seperti materi, kayak seperti itu. Misalkan kita perlu rumah, mobil, dan harta benda yang lainnya itu tidak menyangkut dengan fisik dan harta, intinya seperti itu kalau Kama. Oke, untuk yang kedua itu ada Artha. Artha itu yaitu keinginan untuk ingin menciptakan ide-ide baru seperti itu.
Faster and then feel regret later on. I can say that.
What is a positive from there?
Positive means I think should think better, should think more deep before the action.
Yeah. Okay. Okay. Okay, so sorry, I can say my screen doesn't work, so you can't see me, I can see you all. For me, I feel it's the fear, the third chakra. I always feel very afraid of this, afraid of that. But recently, I realized because if I don't ideate on Paramapurusha, because when I forget Paramapurusha, then I get fear. So slowly I'm changing myself. When I'm getting fear or anger or something, then I remind myself to remember Paramapurusha.
Rồi. Và còn mấy cái khác cũng nhiều lắm. Dạ. Tôi nghĩ là các cái khuynh hướng tâm trí của em thực ra là ai cũng nhưng mà vấn đề quan trọng đấy là mình nhận thức được ra cái khuyết điểm đấy của mình và mình cố gắng để khắc phục nó. Và cái việc mà khắc phục những khuynh hướng tâm trí của mình nó không phải là dễ, rất là khó. Nó cần có cái sự cần là một quá trình luyện tập, cần phải một quá trình luyện tập lâu dài. Ví dụ như là cái việc ghen tị chẳng hạn. Ghen tị, khi mà mình ghen tị với, thực ra thì cái khuynh hướng tâm trí đấy nó đã có sẵn ở trong tâm trí của con người rồi. Nó có sẵn rồi. Khi mà chúng ta trong cuộc sống mình thấy một ai đấy hơn mình chẳng hạn, thì mình cảm thấy là ghen tị bên trong, cảm thấy ghen tị là mình cảm thấy là mình không bằng bạn đấy, hay là mình sẽ có
好处，或者说他这样的恐惧，他让他如何在这个灵性的道路上面，或者说在这个生命的道路上面，就是它变成一种助力，你知道，就是反而是有好处的。所以恐惧不是说一直都是不好的，都是 negative 的，不是，他就说 OK， 他还是有他正面的正向的。就是刚才蒂蒂拉丽塔他有举到一个例子说 OK， 因为很恐惧，所以做事很小心，对不对？那因为做事很小心，那他这个就变成他在做任何决定之前他会三思，他不是那种冲动型的，然后他可能要准备好之后，然后他才会采取行动。那也许就说 OK， 外面的人看他的
So you're talking about your, oh sorry, in the sense of the fourth chakra then, or a combination of the third and fourth?
Yeah, accommodation third and fourth.
Okay, just so I say it correctly later.
Yeah. Okay,
it seems like Vikalata is like the result, the fruit of fear from the lower chakras.
Fear from which chakra?
Now, Vikalata is the effect.
Seperti itu. Ya, ada. Ya. Oke, sudah ada yang bantu catat ini ya?
Nah, itu termasuk apa berat?
Ya, itu
apa?
Itu kan di kayaknya di cakra kedua ya?
Kedua ya.
Trisna ya?
Iya, cakra kedua itu. Jadi
saya.
Trisna namanya. Cakra kedua. Trisna. Jadi benar nggak itu Trisna?
Kalau nama cewek ada sih, Trisna itu artinya keinginan untuk apa, rasa haus untuk yang ilahi gitu.
Trisna.
Kalau cowok itu artinya keinginan untuk apa, rasa haus untuk yang manusia gitu. Kalau cewek itu artinya keinginan untuk apa, rasa haus untuk yang ilahi gitu. Kalau cowok itu artinya keinginan untuk apa, rasa haus untuk yang manusia gitu. Kalau cewek itu artinya keinginan untuk apa, rasa haus untuk yang ilahi gitu. Kalau cowok itu artinya keinginan untuk apa, rasa haus untuk yang manusia gitu. Kalau cewek itu artinya keinginan untuk apa, rasa haus untuk yang manusia gitu. Kalau cowok itu artinya keinginan untuk apa, rasa haus untuk yang manusia gitu. Kalau cewek itu artinya keinginan untuk apa, rasa haus untuk yang manusia gitu. Kalau cowok itu artinya keinginan untuk apa, rasa haus untuk yang manusia gitu. Kalau cewek itu artinya keinginan untuk apa, rasa haus untuk yang manusia gitu. Kalau cowok itu artinya keinginan untuk apa, rasa haus untuk yang manusia gitu. Kalau cewek itu artinya keinginan untuk apa, rasa haus untuk yang manusia gitu. Kalau cowok itu artinya keinginan untuk apa, rasa haus untuk yang manusia gitu. Kalau cewek itu arti Tapi untuk brothernya nggak tahu ya apa sama artinya.
Yang kasusnya Mira itu termasuk apa ya Ibu?
Kasusnya Mira rasa yang berhubungan sama itu sudah disampaikan tadi. Oh ya, bentar.
Pokoknya
Next time 30 minutes.
Yeah, next time 30 minutes.
Hi.
Did you have enough time?
Not enough.
Always not enough. Okay, let's start with the Indonesia group. Who can share?
Yes. Mi Dada, Didi Ananda Cita Ciptana.
Yes, Didi yo.
Yeah. We discuss not much in the group talk. Only few people talk about themselves. So like most of them like there is feel like angry, shy, not shy to meet somebody, and worry about many things. But from the positive side, some of them they have like have responsibility, good responsibility, and care to other people, and yeah, something like that. So like the third chakra like low, but they go to the fourth chakra to the positive side.
Thank you. Actually, this is very good point that not everybody has to develop the third chakra. You can just move from family into the ideal to fourth chakra. So this is very, very positive. And were they able to use the names for British, or they just use their own expression?
Oh, they only use their own expression, brother.
Step by step. Yeah, thank you. Okay, then the English group. Who is the leader in the English?
Unmute yourself, please.
Oh, sorry, I thought I was unmuted. Well, I hope I explained correctly, and I also hope I understood correctly. We mostly identified concerns or discomfort in the fourth chakra and a bit in the third, and also some others as well. For several people, Chenstra and Chintra, if I'm pronouncing that correctly, came up, worrying about if enough effort has gone in, if that's sustained, and then also worrying about tied in with a sense of responsibility and concern and consideration for the way the project is impacting the people who are interacting with it. Also, Anupapa, hurrying, doing things really very quickly and then feeling regret later. And then a combination of third and fourth chakra fear that can be worked through by ideation. And one person expressed feeling tremendous benefit from that, the practice of ideation, alleviating that a lot. And then one person expressed a lack of confidence sometimes in their own ability to be able to do things, having wonderful ideas about projects, but not necessarily believing in themselves enough, and worrying about that and how they compare to others. I think that's everything that I have.
Wonderful, thank you. Yeah, and I think this is very common. Many people have these issues all the time. And I think it's important to learn to overcome all this kind of things that slow us down, help us consider more, but cannot block us. I think it's important in the spiritual path. Thank you. And the Vietnamese group.
Namaskar. Yeah, about our group, there were 3 sisters share about the feeling, and one is Charita. She said that there are many propensities in her, or sometimes jealousy, or maybe I think there are a lot of things, and some of us feel the same. And she said that she doesn't know which one is the most affected to her life, and she asked Didi Maheswara to give her I said is all of the 50 propensities is always exist in every person, and the thing we should do is that we should do meditation and follow Yama Niyama, and it will help her because she asked Didi how to solve the problem. And one is that Sister Santi. Sister Santi said that she usually feel wish, hope, and help the people on the best, and give them a lot, but sometimes she feel guilty for her or regret for her because she doesn't receive the same thing that she gave. Yeah, and I don't know which the pretty should, but I think it belongs to the 4th chakra. So, and she said whenever she feels like that, she usually do meditation, and after that, after some time, she can show the problem and she can balance. She doesn't think about that anymore. Yes. And one is because I usually feel the 3rd chakra, and at the same time, because myself to be a jealousy person, that's why I think this hypocrisy. So hypocrisy arises, and I usually struggle a lot. I want to be a good person, but why I usually feel jealousy, and when I realized that I come up with ideas, this feeling in my mind, and I try to think, and I try to do meditation, and I can see clearly that because I lack of confusion, and because of something missing in me, that's why I feel guilty about some set of others, and I try to overcome this by this way that I have to be a good person. I have to be a good person, and like Shanti, I usually do meditation. I talk with myself, and I can overcome this feeling. But I cannot show it. It happens sometimes, and I can overcome it and again. And usually, my fifth chakra and 4th chakra is my problem. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Next one is Chinese group.
Namaskar. Okay, so in our group is we try to differentiate the vritti. It belongs to which chakra. For example, like a fear. Okay, so fear there's in the 2nd chakra, also in the 3rd chakra, and okay, we try to try to find the exact location it's in the second chakra or in the third chakra. So also we try to find a positive point about this negative propensity. For example, like a fear. If the person is have a more fear, so they may prefer to do the thing more carefully and think more carefully before taking the action. So that's also create another defect, that it's become delayed because it's thinking too much, and that's make the thing not working so smoothly and always delay the process. So this is our discussion. Yeah, I think yeah, that's all.
Thank you.
Thank you. Namaskar.
Very nice. Thank you. Then Balinese.
Yeah, namaskar. So we are in our group yesterday. We are discussing about what kind of vritti that dominated in our daily life. So some of us is expressing about how they live. For example, like if seeing somebody or some children that they have a difficulty, and then they cannot overcome that one, and then feel this sadness. So in our group, we try to recognize which kind of sadness that it affects. Because in second and third chakra, the third and fourth also there is some similar emotion. So we try to recognize it with kind of sadness, and then we, as I said, try to recognize that it is affecting the fourth chakra. Is it possible there is a combination between the two vritti? For example, like here, it affect the cinta and also affect the the other one, the emptiness.
It's all related to worry and fear and insecurity, lack of confidence. These vrittis, they interconnect.
I see. So in one kind of, that in one kind of situation, there is many vritti is affecting, not only one vritti, isn't it?
Sure. Because the personality is much more complex than one vritti, but usually one vritti will dominate or always feed the other vrittis. It's a network.
Mm-hmm. And also here is the one of our group is expressing that she has this kind of has no confidence to others people work, and she want to do by herself. So is it affected by the vritti of Trishna?
I think this is a little bit unfortunate because we have started this discussion, and if you look at the our workbook, there is one section on personalities. So here things interlink, and we use different propensities to describe one personality. So I don't know if we will have the time. I think today is like an introduction, and I would hope you try to read more in the workbook, because it is the framework for whole psychology, analyzing people. And I'm already inspired to see that you're raising these questions, because it makes you to understood how it can connect. But so maybe another time we can go more into detail for that. But for example, just to show you, for example, there is a person. You guess who this person is. This person has no feelings for other people. And this person is very ambitious. But this person is also very cruel. And this person is very vain, a lot of vanity. And this person is also a hypocrite. He is very famous in this world today. What kind of person do you think he is? Anybody has any idea? Doesn't care about others, can hurt others, even people can die. He is very ambitious, wants to be very famous, wants to be very powerful, but he is a liar, hypocrite, and he only likes his own appearance, and everybody should praise him. Anybody know?
Donald Trump.
Yeah, but this is Donald Trump in propensity. And so we make a game. But anyway, today we don't have time. So you can see that different propensities make up a person. And it is very interesting to further explore. And it is, Acharyas, I would encourage you to study this with your students. Baba, actually, our Guru, he said, he wants us to be able to control all our propensities and all our glands and sub-glands. And one important step is to know the glands, to know the vrittis, the propensities. And this knowledge, I hope we can develop it more and explore more. Thank you very much. Did you finish already? Or I'm sorry, I talked too much.
Yeah, it's finished. Thank you.
Yeah, thank you. And for a Vietnamese group, did they talk already? Everybody has been.
Everybody's done, brother.
Okay, DDG Ananda Lalita, do you have a question? Okay, so today, because of time, we will not continue too much. The fifth chakra, they are all cosmic forces, okay? So you have seen from the first chakra is physical self, second chakra, social self, third chakra, action self, ideal self. The fifth chakra becomes cosmic self. So here, the Hiranyamaya Kosha, here you are already so much in tune with the cosmic forces that you have cosmic ability and you have let go of your identity. And so the whole process of evolution in yoga terms is, if you want to control the mind, you have to control the propensities, especially the lower chakras. You have to develop the higher chakras. And through meditation, you develop more, less attachment to your lower self. Now, I sent 2 photos to the WhatsApp group, and I wanted to show you there. If you can open the Yoga of Emotions WhatsApp group, there are 2 photos. Here is what we do in the workshop. So it's not like today I show you the chakras on the whiteboard. Here I put one rope, and the rope is our Sushumna. And you can say it is the channel of our Kundalini. And here I put the chakras, and then we put the cards. So we study the emotions, and students, they put all the emotions there and we discuss them. And then very important step in this workshop is yoga purpose says the Sahasrara chakra controls all the breathing. And so if we want to free the mind from our propensities, actually it should look like this. If we want to free the mind from propensities, we have to move all our mental energy to the crown of the head. And so first step is to the third eye, Akya Chakra, then to the crown of the head. And this is the process of yoga, and this is the process of controlling emotion. So emotions can be controlled two ways, managed. First way is you step up and you use higher propensities to manage the lower propensities. But the final solution is only through your internal connection of all the propensities to the crown chakra. And so this is what we do in the workshop normally. And but I'm happy today you all got an idea of how chakras and propensities work. There's one more thing I want to share with you. And this picture is actually how we evolve, our evolution. So the first picture is the first chakra, personality. This personality is only concerned about food and physical safety. The second chakra personality is we call the orphan. And archetypes in Jungian psychology is called orphan. Looks for love, looks for security with friends and group and family, but cannot really be happy. The second chakra. The third chakra is the warrior, makes a career, establish name and fame, become powerful, and in social terms maybe successful. The fourth chakra is the idealist, helps other people. And so people suffer and you want to help them have a better life. This is called the idealist. The fifth chakra, the archetype, is the magician. Means you work with cosmic power. And so your personality is not anymore bound by your ego, not by your personal. Everything is only universe. And the sixth chakra is the devotee. The sixth chakra only looks for spiritual realization, only wants to earn and serve Paramapuruša. So you see an evolution. And so we see we can be in the chakra, we can have a certain personality. We also can be in between. And so, for example, we find many people who come to our workshops, they already are fed up with their career, but they want to do something good, but they don't know what they want to do. They don't know what is their next step. Or for example, people already do good, but they don't see how they can become spiritual force to serve humanity. So many people are what we call the wanderers. They're in between the development of one identity to the next identity. Now, what I hope you learn from today's workshop of this online program is that, let's say you are here and you want to move here, then you have a direction. But if you're not happy here, maybe you have to move further forward. If you don't move forward, you go backwards. So let's say you're not happy with your sacrificing life, then go deeper into your sadhana. Put more time in your meditation. Don't focus too much on your service work. Find your beauty and your fulfillment in your spiritual realization. And we don't need to become magicians, we all can become devotees. That would be the best. And the final chakra, this is liberation. And liberation means you are free from all these propensities, personalities. You don't need to be stuck in any of these parts of life. So this is what I hope you learned from today, and I encourage you very much to continue this research. It's a very big subject, and you know, Baba's books are there. There's one book. This one is very nice. Talks a lot about the propensity, the glands, the sub-glands, and yeah, I think from my side, emotions are very complicated. There's one more thing I want to share is, you know, we control our emotions with our brain somehow, but there's a problem that when emotions rise, they block the central nervous system, they block the brain, so emotions become out of control. And so when we have an emotional imbalance, our brain, our rational thinking gets blocked. We lose that ability, and then we cannot control our emotions. And we discussed already, meditation can help, asanas can help, diet can help. Now all these practices in our system help. And actually our master says that all the lessons of Ananda Marga meditation are meant for the control over the propensities. Today I put a lot of scientific names. If you like this kind of approach, then you can say that the first step in meditation is to learn to control the sympathetic and parasympathetics, so that doesn't affect your central nervous system, your brain. And then once you have balanced your parasympathetic, you feel better, and use that brain energy to move deeper into the mind and come to the crown chakra, to the pineal Sahasrara chakra. And actually the last step is you move beyond all nerves and all glands. And that is your self-realization. And I'm very happy that today we could discuss these things. And I hope you got something. And I don't know, Mira, what is your schedule?
Sorry, brother. I think today Ananda Lelita raised up. We still have time.
I called her, she's not there.
Yeah, I'm sorry, just now I didn't hear you. There was a background noise, yeah. So may I ask now?
Yeah, feel free, Didi.
Okay, it was from our group discussion just now. Actually, two things. One was, for example, fear, say fear. But how does fear help us in our spiritual development? Second thing, just an example that is there always that does every riptide actually could also help us recognizing our riptides? How does it help us to move on our spiritual development? Second question, for example, one of the participants wrote up, that indecisiveness, which riptide is related to the indecisiveness, and also how does actually when we have this indecisiveness, it hamper many things. It also affected us in making right direction. So in fact, how does that help us in our spiritual development?
Thank you.
First question was, the second question, the first part was indecisiveness.
I remember
related
that
to
one.
which riptide? Okay.
Susupti. Susupti means you don't know what to do. And so you are kind of, you're blocked somewhere and you don't know how to move forward. At the second chakra, we have Murcha. Murcha is also a form of you're blocked. You're not able to move ahead. So these two represent different forms of indecisiveness. So you're at a junction and you don't know whether you should turn left or you should turn right. And these feelings come because you are not happy with where you are. If you have clear direction, you know where to go, what to do. So this is the second question. The first question is, how can a negative vritti be positive? Well, it's how we handle it. I think we should realize if a chakra is healthy, we all grow. If a chakra is blocked, that universal force of our growth becomes emotion, a propensity. So we have to recognize our emotions as expressions of our soul. It is the soul moving upwards, moving, crying, and looking for a greater purpose. So if we have this attitude towards our fear, we don't need to fight our fear. We can live with our fear, embrace our fear, and use our fear to feed the fire of our devotion. And so fear makes, if you have a vritti that hurts you on this level, then you know the only solution you have on the yoga path is spiritual sense, is to strengthen your connection with your inner self. And so why do people go for liberation? When you read the stories of these saints and the great yogis, you will always find that they suffer. And let's talk about the Paramahamsa Yogananda's guru, Sri Yukteswar. Sri Yukteswar was a very rich man. He had a wife, he had a daughter. First his daughter died, then his wife died. He felt so much pain. And he used that pain to put all his energy onto the spiritual path. And so I think whatever propensity comes up, it is a force of the soul. And that soul force awakens in us the thirst for our spiritual goal. If we had no suffering, if we had no weaknesses, no imperfections, we wouldn't do meditation. We would be happy the way we are. We do meditation because we are no longer able to accept a life with this kind of emotion or propensity experience. We want to move beyond that. And the drive to do that is our pain. And so that's why people say, and show me a hero, and I show you tragedy. I don't know if you've heard of that. It's a very famous saying. I forgot who said it. Show me a hero, and I show you a tragedy. Everybody who moves on the spiritual path is kind of, there must be some pain, some hurt. And I think this can be a positive thing. Without that, we wouldn't move forward as much. And we would be lethargic and just not go for change. And so the poster I showed you, actually, this poster, if you're happy here, you're not going for a career. You stay with your family. You do your family business. You help your family people. You don't want to be independent. You don't want to develop love for others. You're happy where you are. But there must be unhappiness here, otherwise you wouldn't move forward. Now, if we know the path, we don't need to waste our time, and we just go for the highest. But everybody has their own steps towards the deeper self. So this is the thing I learned from yoga psychology, that our imperfections are part of us. We have to use these in a positive way. Like when Baba came to Europe, he spoke in fish, and he spoke very much about the sinner complex. And because Europeans are brought up with this Christianity that teaches, oh, you're a sinner and sinners don't go to heaven, cannot be saved by Jesus, and there's much guilt. And Baba says, don't do that. Don't think about yourself as sinner. God knows what you're doing, what you're not doing, what you're supposed to do, and God will still love you. Just love Him more, move deeper with Him. And I think this is what I learned from yoga psychology very much, that the negative things in our life actually can be positive.
Excuse me, brother.
Time is up.
Yeah, I'm sorry, time is up, and I was misunderstanding because the time is different. So I thought that we finish at 5:30 Bali's time, but it is 4:30 Bali's time. So actually we still have one program. This is Q&A or sharing time. So what is the best way we should do? Maybe Didi Sweda can have suggest for it. Because we left till 6 minutes only, or maybe we can add more times. What is the best way then?
Time Didi 5 menit lagi.
Okay. So
yeah, I think we will extend maybe 10 minutes. Everybody feel okay?
Yes,
I'm
yes,
okay.
thank you. Yeah, I would like to ask some question. Would like to ask some question? Can use this time?
So what is other can? It's good chance. Yeah, we give 5 minutes then, and then 5 minutes we can sharing. How about that? Everyone okay?
Yes, yes, thank you.
Okay. So please.
Yeah, I would like to ask the one question that the fifth chakra, there's some relating that I would like to ask how it's relating about the sound. Please, can you give some explanation a little bit about the fifth chakra that can because in the fifth chakra there's some relating, how is relation of this chakra and the kind of this meaning of the propensity.
I think it will take too much time. The fifth chakra, there are all kinds of spiritual qualities like surrender, namaha, swaha, helping others. But there are also many, there's music, with the sounds, and there in fifth chakra also there is Om, which means spiritual realization, Kundalini rising. And there are different propensities that whatever you say will happen. So whatever you sing can become a reality. These are cosmic forces. So they are not anymore, you can say, really ordinary human emotions or propensities. These are very subtle forces. And you can say they become like occult powers. And they are, when you deep into sadhana, you can have this state. Our yoga practice is actually to go beyond that and go to the crown. But many people who have some power, some spiritual power, occult power, maybe they like to show that. In our system, our guru prevents us to use these powers because it will create ego and disturbs our growth. And so actually the inner growth, some people they grow from second to third, they're happy. Then from third, they grow to fourth, and they're happy. Maybe they grow to the fifth, and they get this power, and then they become ego, and then they go down. So in the spiritual path, there are many of these people discourage actually the development of these powers, and so I think for today's discussion, we look first at the human and up to the heart emotions, and these are the spiritual emotions which are very rare.
Yeah, thank you very much.
Namaskar, Tripti asking. Namaskar, Tripti will asking, please. Okay, Namaskar, brother. Okay, Tripti will asking only one question. It's like if we looking about psychology, it is everybody, especially for the emotional, or maybe for the what this mean a sense of what this mean. It is more negative. You see, really, this not most positive, but it is maybe more negative. But we do about the asanas and asanas, then we routine meditation for regularly. After that, will become too positive, maybe a calm. Then it is a cosmic also. The power of cosmic may be more than increase. Is this like that? Please, you can explain to me. Thank you. Namaskar.
So actually, the Baba says that these propensities appear because of under and over secretion of the glands. And so when the glands don't function in a balanced way, we get this propensity problem. And so the idea that they can be positive, I don't know. They can be neutral. And I think from my perspective, this is because this yoga psychology is I think many people have different approaches to it. And so what I share with you is the way I look at it. And I think propensities, once they are neutral, they allow the chakra to function well, so we can move forward. And we can move beyond where those propensities. I wouldn't say that propensities by themselves are positive. We can look at them in a positive way and use them to move forward. But the propensity themselves, I don't see. You see, propensities, I use 2 minutes, okay? When you look at evolution, today we didn't talk about this, but why do we have all these propensities? Now here, this is where life starts, through 3.5 billion years ago. And you have to look at this. There is no brain until 500 million years ago. So 3 billion years, life was going on without a brain. So how did we operate? We only could operate based on instinct. We only could operate on fixed patterns. So these propensities we have didn't start with the human beings, didn't start with the monkeys. It goes back to the first living cell. So the propensity for self-preservation, for fear, for indifference, for anger, for all these propensities had a positive role in the preservation of life. But we are human beings and we want to move for spirituality. So these propensities, these animal propensities, they have become an obstacle for our spiritual realization. And so in a very, actually, usually I talk like this for 2 hours about the evolution of consciousness and the propensities. But if you look at it, the body we have is the result of this evolution. And we still have aspects of the fish inside us. And we have the brain of the frogs, the reptiles. We have mammalian brains, and then we have the human brain. So we have a very complex nerve system, complex glandular system, but it all operates like the first cell, based on propensities. And the human being, that's why Baba says we are a biological machine. We can change how we use these propensities. And that is yoga psychology. And I think, today I share with you some of the things I know. And it's still a long journey. I've been writing and thinking and studying, and it is a new science. So you have to do more meditation to advance.
Yes, I'm agree. Thank you very much. Only this one about the perspective from the psychology. This one, but because we should be being another marga system, as like Baba said to us. Thank you, namaskar, Brother Ji. Jai.
Okay, so is enough for discuss. Maybe if anyone have more questions, can ask in WhatsApp group, and also so now we just have few minutes for sharing. I would like to invite every country, Balis, Indonesians, Vietnamese, and Chinese. So one person would like to sharing Q&A. Maybe from Vietnam first. Or anyone. I think it's just four persons. Anyone like to sharing? Or from Bali? Everybody's
Namaskar.
Oh, Sister Sari. Namaskar.
Namaskar, everyone. I'm Sarika from Vietnam, and I would like to say thank you to Brother Amohan and to all the ladies and brother sister who have to run the class well. Actually, until now I cannot do asana regularly because of the laziness. So I do asana some days, and then because some reason I have many reasons to stop doing asana, and then I start again, and then I stop. But I hope from the class from last week and this class, I will put an effort to do asana regularly, because now I can know how asana affects our body, my nervous system, the gland, and mankind, and can help me have many things. I think so, and it's very interesting class because the way you share with us, it's easy to digest. For me, I think it's very easy to digest. It's not so complete. You share with us the complete topics, but we can digest it, I think, well. Yeah, and thank you again. I hope we can meet again in next class. Maybe we can continue this topic, or we can dive into it deeply, or maybe another topic. But I hope I can meet you on it. Namaskar.
Thank you, Sister Sarika. So for all the participants, I think just wait for maybe 7 minutes, because in the end we like to take a photo together. So okay, anyone like to sharing from Bali or Indonesia or Didis? Maybe Didi Ciracetana.
Thank you, Dada. It's a very, very inspiring and very inspiring for me, and it's nice. Although I have to wake up at 1:30 to join this. I hope that you can give more and more these courses, because I feel that it is not enough. That we want to deepen. I want to deepen more, and it's nice to talk to hear, rather than just to read about it, because mostly I'm just reading the books on that. So it's nice to listen to it, and then yes, you give the terms which is very, sometimes we are using very, very specific terms and difficult for other people to understand that, but you make it very simple, that it is really on the level of communication with other people out of Ananda Marga. So I have to learn how to talk up like that, that is really other groups out of Ananda Marga also can understand easily about chakras. Thank you.
Thank you, Didis. Anyone more?
Indonesia, Didi, ayo Didi.
Can I say something?
Yeah.
Namaskar. Namaskar everyone, and namaskar brother, namaskar teacher Tang. I call you teacher Tang. Actually, I heard you from previous Didi many times, and it's opportunity for me to join this class. And I like to invite you to Philippines for our teacher training. Because right now I'm handling 2 schools in Philippines, so it's this this class is really useful for our teachers because they are the one who are interact directly with the kids, no? So I want them to learn how to teach children, tell them story in the yoga way. So maybe we can set a time that I hope that you can come to Philippines. Maybe by next June or July 2024. So thank you so much for your time giving this class. And namaskar.
Okay, I think it's enough. Yeah, brother.
Indonesia tuh Didi Cira atau Didi Hari Pria, non. Thank you.
Yeah, because we add 10 minutes. Okay, this is Chiran and that last one.
Okay, I think everybody here very satisfied with your class, yeah, and we want to like more time, but the time is okay. We finish like the time. So maybe next time also like Didi Mahasweta, she invite you to Philippines, and maybe you can pass by to Indonesia and then to go to Philippines. So you will
online.
You will go around to Asia. Thank you, brother, for the wonderful class. Namaskar.
Okay, thank you, Didi. Maybe Sister Sarika, I see beside you there is guitar, so you can register. Thank you. Namaskar.
You're
So,
welcome.
this is 6 hours we are together in this Zoom room. I'm very happy and it's very good opportunity for me, especially. I would like to say thank you for Brother Ramohan for your class, and then all the participants for your attentions. So I'm sorry if any words that I do wrong or some things, and yeah, I hope that we can see you next time again. Okay, Parampita Babaki. Ja.
Ya.
Namaskar.
Ada
Thank
Didi.
Thank you.
Namaskar, everybody.
Namaskar.
Namaskar.
Good happiness.
Okay, bye-bye. See you next time.
Namaskar. Jai.
Thank you.